Starfield has been in full release for almost a week now, and with that full release there has been loads of awesome things, loads of gameplay, loads of creators have made some absolutely phenomenal ships, some phenomenal content and loads of other cool stuff. But today we're going to be talking about the New Game Plus. Now, New Game Plus, the game really does change quite a lot once you've finished it once and gone into that New Game Plus. Today what we're going to do is go over everything that you need to know about what happens when we hit New Game Plus as vaguely as possible, so you can make the best decision as to whether you want to continue your first playthrough at your own pace or whether you want to get through to that New Game Plus option and see all the benefits that come with it, because the game really does open up and it becomes quite different once you've completed it once. Now, I'm going to keep this as spoiler free as possible. There are certain things that I will have to say that will help you understand what happens towards the end of the game, but I'm going to try not to show any footage of the end game fight or the New Game Plus options, because I think personally, if you see it and experience it for yourself, it is loads of fun and it looks so damn cool. Now, if that sounds good to you, subscribe to the channel, drop a like in the video, and stick around for more Starfield content. Now, you may have heard a lot about the New Game Plus option and what it actually entails. Now, New Game Plus, you are meant to do it 10 times. Now, that is because things change ever so slightly with each time you complete it, and you get better gear and a better ship with each time. Now, this will max all the way up to 10 times. Now, what this does is increases the suit that you get. You will get a special suit for completing the game and a special ship. Now, those two things alone are absolutely phenomenal. They look so cool. The ship that you get is insanely good. Now, you do see it in the main quest. It is the ship that the Starborn are using. Now, if you don't know what the Starborn are, I would recommend coming back to this video at a later date, because there will be some spoilers from here on out. Now, another thing to take note of are the temples. These temples are places that you visit. You will need to visit them and acquire powers. Now, these will also level up. Now, the temple and the Starborn and the suit that you get are all intertwined, and you can level these up all the way up to that 10 times mark. With each time you complete a New Game Plus, you will increase the suit's abilities and you will increase your ship's abilities, such as the power, the invisibility, and the powers that you get you will also increase. Now, when it comes to the suit itself, there are variations in looks, and it looks very different each time you complete it, all the way up until that 10th time. Now, if you've already got through the game and you've seen the Hunter, the suit looks very similar to that, but the powers it gets are absolutely insane. Now, when you get to that 10th game, what you can do is save just before the final boss fight and then redo that boss fight to get a new roll of perks, because it is a gold set of armor. So with that golden set comes 3 perk bonuses, and those 3 perk bonuses can be re-rolled as long as you redo that last fight on that 10th playthrough. But the stats will not increase. That will just re-roll the actual bonuses that you get on the suit itself. Now, with that 10th completion as well, you will get loads and loads of awesome skills to your powers. Your powers will be absolutely beastie. Now, there are a few things to note when it comes to the New Game Plus. The New Game Plus will actually wipe your progress. It will not wipe your skills, so your skills will carry over. But anything like gear, ships, outposts, credits, they will all disappear. So it is entirely up to you whether you'd like to play through your first playthrough and experience the game in full on that playthrough, or you'd like to go through, smash out the game 10 times. Now, once you've completed it one time, what you will get is an option. I've just got to this point myself. You can come to the Constellation, and then once you've got to the Constellation, not the Constellation, and you're joining them, Sarah will give you the option to continue through the main storyline once again, or she will give you the artifact locations. Now, this can be done in around about 2 to 2.5 hours. That is just grinding through, grabbing all the artifacts, and then going through that end screen sequence again with the final boss fight, and that will put you into New Game Plus 1. And then, once again, you restart the game, you go through, speak to Sarah, and you can have that option to just be revealed the artifact locations. So you do it again, and then once again, that is New Game Plus 2, all the way up to those 10 times marks. Now, when it comes to the temples, now if you don't know, the temples are powers that you will get. There are several temples, 24, that you have to go around, explore, and grab different powers that you can use, and these abilities will also scale. Now, for the first few times, the scale on the powers isn't really too much, but when you get to that 10th time, these powers make you almost unstoppable. These powers are absolutely insane. They are really fun to use on that first playthrough, but when you get onto that New Game Plus and you've got all those powers, they are loads and loads of fun. The powers will stay with you when you go through that New Game Plus option, but once again, your gear, your credits, all of that, ships, outposts will vanish and you will have to restart that bit again. Now, same as with the artifacts, you can go out and find temples. Now, you go speak to Vlad on the Eye, and he will give you the location of a few temples, but you will need to find some artifacts before he gives you the locations of the rest of the temples. You will need to go and find these temples as well to get that 10 times boost. So each playthrough that you'll need to do, you will need to do this 10 times, and it will take you between 2 to 3 hours. You're going to need to go and grab all of the artifacts. Bearing in mind, you do have the Starborn ship, so you can grav jump. Phenomenal. And once again, your skills are already leveled up, so those skills will keep going and going and going, and you can absolutely max out every skill that you want if that is the course that you choose to take. Or you could just max out the ones that you want, and then you'll just continue to earn skill points. But once again, those temples, you will get a little bit of XP for doing those, you get a little bit of XP for doing the artifacts, and then upon the final boss fight, you'll get 5,000 XP. So you'll be getting a decent chunk of XP as you're grinding through to get to that New Game Plus mark. Granted, yes, it is very grindy. You are looking at least 12 hours of solid grinding to get to that mark. But I have a feeling it's really going to pay off. And I understand what Phil meant when he says that the game really opens up when you get to that New Game Plus. Now, another thing to take note of with the New Game Plus is that each time you go into a New Game Plus, you are going to a different sort of dimension. Things change drastically with the world of Starfield. Some players have reported that they've joined and everyone was babies. All the constellations were literally 10, 12-year-olds. They were children. Other players have reported all sorts of different things, like somebody has gone in, and this is on the Reddit, so if you do want to look yourself, you can head over to the subreddit, and some people have seen their character be all of Constellation, so you'll come back with 10 of your previous character, and it is possible to meet your previous character again, and again, in different dimensions. So it's very cool how that has worked out, and I'm very excited to get all the way up to that 10 mark. Once again, I've just done the main storyline, just finished that and gone into my first New Game Plus. I will be grinding and checking out what everything has to offer. So hopefully we come across some really cool things with the alternate dimensions. It seems like no two people have had the same, exactly the same experience with the New Game Plus yet, which I think is very, very cool. And I'm very excited to get stuck in and share that with you guys. I'm going to hold off on it at the moment. I don't want to show too many spoilers towards endgame and give a lot of people the chance to actually finish the game themselves. Once I've finished my playthrough on YouTube and uploaded the whole thing, once again, I'm only doing one episode a day, and they vary between 20 minutes to an hour long. So there's a few episodes left that I've got to put up. I've still not edited them all, so I don't know exactly how many I've got. But once that's all done, I will go into all of that stuff there as well. But for now, hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully this has given you a bit more of an informed decision as to whether you want to play through that main storyline to its fullest at the start, or whether you want to grind to New Game Plus 10 and then go through and do all of the missions and everything that you want to achieve there. Either way, let me know down in the comments, what will you be doing? Are you going to be grinding that New Game Plus now, or are you going to wait until a later date and do it at your own pace? Let me know down in the comments down below. For now, though, I've been Cowboy. You guys have been awesome. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.